Hey guys, welcome to another Walking and Talking in Kyoto. It's currently 7 a.m. and I'm here in Marutamachi, a neighborhood in Kyoto where I haven't really been before, but it's a really beautiful neighborhood. I'm currently walking towards the downtown of Kyoto. And if you're asking, Rafi, what are you doing in downtown Kyoto at 7 a.m.? 7 in the morning and I'm already out and about exploring. Short answer, my sleep schedule's fucked. So yeah, today I'm just exploring this. By the way, have you guys noticed how like Japanese cables and like the infrastructure of like electricity and all, it's always super exposed? I feel like that's something that we don't have in Europe. Like, look at that, okay? Like, in Europe, it would definitely be all, like, super tidy, maybe only in one, as like one thick cable, you know? But here it's like, everything is exposed. But I kind of like it, honestly. I don't know why, but it just gives me, I mean, I've seen it in anime so many times that it just feels really cool now. But yeah, this is such a cool part of the city because it's almost downtown, as I said, but it's still like, there's so much like green and like shrines and everything. That's another cool thing about Japan, is that even if you're like downtown, you still have like shrines randomly like on the street, that like you can be next to the busiest street and then on the right there'll be a shrine. So yeah, that's really nice. Let me cross the street. So yeah, now I'm just like walking around and I thought that I'd give you guys another story time, because I have so many story times from like things that happened to me here in Japan that I wasn't able to record, or that, you know, I didn't have my camera on me, or it just happened so fast that I didn't record it, you know. So I have a bunch of stories like that, and today I thought I'd tell you another story that happened to me in Tokyo, another weird encounter in Tokyo. Okay, last time I told you guys about how I encountered a drug dealer in Tokyo. Well, today I want to tell you about how I encountered. Okay, let me start from the beginning, okay? So, this one afternoon, I was chilling in Akihabara. Once again, I wasn't really doing anything, okay? I was minding my own business, wasn't really trying to talk to anyone. I actually had my headphones on as well. And I actually wasn't even walking anywhere. I was just standing next to the street, you know, admiring the view, I guess. Akihabara is a really nice place in Tokyo. It's really colorful, so I was just, you know, admiring it, kind of looking at the streets, looking at the cars passing by. And these two guys, Japanese guys, came up to me, and then they like waved, you know, so because I was looking at my phone, so they like kind of waved so I would like notice them finally. And they were like, in Japanese, they were like, "Hey, are you a foreigner? Are you a foreigner?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm a foreigner." Do you speak Japanese? Do you speak Japanese? And I was like, okay, here comes the scams, right? Here comes the scams. Shit. Wait, let me cross the street. This is a super busy street, so I'm gonna continue later. This is exactly what I was talking about. You know, you could be next to the busiest street, or like the biggest street, and then boom. Look at that. I don't even know what that is, honestly. But that's crazy. That's crazy. And now we're in this like small little venue. But yeah, let me continue with the story. So yeah, these two Japanese guys basically approached me and they were like, "Hey, are you a foreigner? Do you speak Japanese?" And I was like, yeah, okay. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're actually you know, we're looking for foreigners who can speak Japanese. Yeah. Do you want to like hang out? Do you have time? What are you doing? Like, do you have time?" I was like, "Oh, okay." So they're not actually trying to scam me. They're actually just trying to like make friends. Just like, oh, all right, yeah. Because I was like talking to them for like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and they didn't like offer me anything. They didn't want to sell me anything. They were literally just like interested in me. And I asked them like questions back, you know. They said that one of them was like one of them was a college student, another one was already like working, but they were fairly like fairly young, you know. They were maybe, I don't know, the same age as me is what I would assume. Be like, you know, 20 to 25. One of them was really like big, the other one was pretty small. It kind of reminded me of like two anime characters, like two best friends, you know. One of them is like a big dude, another one is like a smaller one with glasses. That was literally what they looked like. Oh, another shrine, bruh. I'm currently like in this shopping district, where actually most of the shops are closed right now. I think it opens at maybe 10 a.m. or something, most of the shops. So right now it's super empty, you know. It's just empty like that. Pretty cool though, because this is here cars won't pass by, so it's gonna be pretty quiet. I like that. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, these two anime guys, at this point I've already kind of like established my trust in them, that they weren't trying to scam me or sell me anything, or that they weren't just trying to do whatever. They were actually, you know, they were like, hey, so what are you doing this afternoon? Are you free? Where do you come from? How long are you staying in Tokyo? I told them that, you know, I'm actually an exchange or a study abroad student in Kyoto, and that I'm just visiting Tokyo for like, you know, I was there for like a week. So I just told them that, and they're like, oh, cool, yeah. So, you know, if things go well, maybe we can visit you in Kyoto once we like go visit there, you know, and we can, you know. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm making friends. Goddamn, I'm making Japanese friends. So yeah. Then they asked me if, you know, if I'm hungry. So we went to lunch. Actually, we went to this really shitty Japanese kind of like Italian pizza place. It's called Saizeria. If you guys have never been to Saizeria, the food looks something like this. It's definitely like food that Italian people would never claim as their something even remotely Italian. By the way, this is where I'm at right now. Look at that. Look at that. That looks like something straight from Spirited Away, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Pretty chill spot. There's another temple or shrine. I'm not really sure what it is actually. But yeah, anyways, sorry. I keep getting sidetracked because it's just so nice here. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, we were eating food, you know, the conversation flew pretty smoothly. Everything was, you know, they were asking me like, you know, why did I become interested in Japanese in the first place? What do I like about Japanese culture and stuff like that, you know? And then they asked me, how about like Japanese religion, you know? Like, do you like Japanese religion? And I was like, oh yeah, for sure. Because I thought that they were talking about like shrines and temples. And they actually started like telling me like, yeah, you know, the jinjas and the torii gates and stuff like that. Yeah, they're really beautiful, right? And then they were like, oh yeah, we're a part of like a religion. I was like, oh, cool. There was no like red flags whatsoever. I was like, oh yeah, so they're probably like Shinto or Buddhist or something like that, right? And they were like, yeah, we actually like, we pray every day, you know. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's nice. I didn't really know what to say, honestly, because I told them that I'm not religious, so that that I can't really relate, but that it's cool that they're like, keep with their, I guess, culture and heritage, right? But then they were like, yeah, if you want, we were actually, we wanted to go to a shrine after lunch. So if you want, you know, we can show you around. They were talking about Ikebukuro. If you guys don't know, Ikebukuro is the place from Durarara, which is like my favorite anime. Oh, look at that. Bruh. Oh, damn. That's nice. But yeah, they were talking about Ikebukuro and that they were trying to go to a shrine there. And I was like, oh yeah, Ikebukuro. I know that from an anime. I want to see how that place looks like, a shrine in Ikebukuro, all right. So we went to Ikebukuro, and that's when things start to get a little bit weird. Because before, the conversation was flowing pretty naturally. One moment we were talking about Japanese culture, another moment we were talking about anime, another moment we were talking about his job, another moment we were talking about my school. It was like a pretty, natural conversation where you basically like go from topic to topic and you bounce off different topics, and you're having fun. But once we we're already on our way to the shrine, is what I thought. Once we were already on our way to the shrine, suddenly they didn't talk about anything else but the religion, about praying, about how they pray, about the principles. Then on the way, one of the guys also asked me if he can see my ID card, because foreigners in Japan have a special kind of ID card, which is called Zairyu card, I think. And that just basically means that you're a foreigner who is living for an extended period of time in Japan, right? That you're not just like a tourist or whatever. So he asked me if he could see my card, which I was a little bit suspicious. I didn't want to give it to him right away, because you don't really want other people to see your ID card, right? It's only it's normal, right? why would he want it? So I was like, yeah, why do you want to see it? Because he asked it once, and I kind of brushed it off. I started talking about something else with the other guy, and then he asked again, hey, can I see your ID card? So then I got a little bit annoyed, and I was like, why the fuck do you want to see my ID card? And he was like, oh, because that's something that we Japanese people don't have, I have never really had an opportunity to see one, so I just want to see what a tourist or foreigner's ID card looks like. I was like, yeah, I mean, all right, sure. So I gave it to him. I gave it to him, for maybe 15 seconds. He was actually kind of looking at it pretty closely, okay? He didn't want to, it felt like he didn't want to just see how the ID card looked like. It felt like he wanted to see my information. But anyways, all right, I gave him the ID card, my bad, okay? And then we arrived to the place. We finally arrived to the place on Ikebukuro where they pray, right? So I was like, oh yeah, okay, well, finally. That was a little bit weird, but yeah. Anyways, let's just see the shrine. We arrived to the place, and they were like, okay, this building, this is it. And I was like, wait, hey, I'm not a specialist on this matter, but this doesn't look like a shrine. But I was like, okay, because I did hear some chanting from the building. It wasn't like a old, abandoned building where are crackheads or anything like that, It was actually I could hear chanting. It just didn't look like a shrine at all. So it already didn't look like what they kind of well, they didn't really describe it to me as a shrine, but they implied, they implied that it would be something like a shrine. Well, it wasn't. But anyways, I went with them inside, and they explained to me, okay, so yeah, now we're gonna pray. Let's all pray together. Let us teach you how we do it. But yeah, then they basically, let me sit here for a second. That's pretty. Then they basically gave me this, which I have translated what this means, and it says the essential code of diligence. Well, so they started explaining to me how many times do I have to repeat this sentence, how many times do I have to repeat this sentence, and just basically walking me through the entire process of praying, I guess. So then I went with them into the building, into a smaller room, pretty traditional room with tatami on the floor and stuff. And they were like, okay, it's gonna start. One of them was like, oh shit, I gotta go. So I was left there with only one of them, and then some other people came in, and I was like, damn, what the fuck is happening? And then priest, I guess a high priest, came in front of all of us. And the atmosphere was so tense. It was not like that sort of religion where, you know, everybody's kind of, you know, you smile and everything. The priest looked like the most uptight, strict Japanese person I've ever seen in my life. It was a woman, by the way, but she was so scary. Anyways, when the priest came in, she started saying all the names of the people that were there, as in like, welcome to, you know, this ritual or whatever. And then she said my name and my age. And I was like, bro, I didn't give anybody my name and my... Oh, I guess I did give somebody my name and my age. She was like, yeah, and now we're gonna start the prayer. So yeah, they all pulled out this book. Some of them didn't because they had it memorized, like this entire thing memorized. Oh yeah, let me show you how it looks like actually. It looks like this. It's like these verses. Nope, it's not the same character pasted all over. It's like different verses, okay? And the one that was recited the most was this one. So I was sitting there, you know, trying to do everything that they told me. And we were all like, Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho Renge Kyo, Myoho. It was fucking mental. It was actually really scary. After that was over, that lasted for like 10 minutes, I think, where we like recited this entire thing. I obviously didn't know how to read everything, so, you know. Anyways, after the shit show was over, which was like at least 10 minutes, you know, we went out. You know, the other guy that left before in a rush or something, he, you know, he was waiting for us there. He's like, okay, yeah, how was it? And I didn't want to like upset them. I just wanted to get the fuck out of there. So I was just like, yeah, it was good. Yeah, I really liked it, you know. And then I asked him, yeah, but how did the priest, how did she know my name and my age? And what he said, he was like, oh yeah, at the start of each ritual, the priest reads everybody's name. So he didn't answer my question at all, but you know, obviously I know how the priest fucking got my name. I hope I'm not registered as a part of this fucking sect in Japan, because holy shit. But anyways, so yeah, then we were talking a little bit more, but then I said, oh yeah, I have to catch a bus. I have to go. I have to catch a bus, you know. And they were like, oh yeah, let us just add you on Line. Well, Line is like the social media app that people use here in Japan. It's something like Messenger or WhatsApp. Let us add you online so we can like, you know, so you can join our online meetings. Apparently there are some like online meetings where even like 100 people join and they all like talk about how this sect, how this cult changed their lives. So they were like, yeah, you should come. I was like, yeah, sure, let me fucking add them online so I can just get the fuck out of there. After all of that was over, I looked it up based on this because, you know, I was able to like pinpoint what the fuck was going on there. I looked it up and it's called the Sect of Orthodox Nichiren Buddhism. Literally on Wikipedia it says that it's a sect. So I looked it up more and it was like, it's the most like orthodox sect in Buddhism. It says that it's the only correct way of practicing Buddhism. You know, fucking this sect is the one that believes in the true Buddha, okay? That they like worship the high priests and whatnot. And I was like, holy shit. So yeah, then a couple of days later, these dudes, these fucking creeps, messaged me online. They were like, yeah, hey, here's a link for the online meeting. So I just blocked their asses. I didn't even say anything. I just blocked their asses because they were so friendly at first. They were like, we're trying to make foreigner friends. Do you want to go to lunch with us and shit like that? And then they just wanted me to join their sect. They did it in the most what's it called, like inconspicuous way. I don't know if that's the right word, but they basically they knew obviously that if they came to me at our first encounter, if they came to me with like, yeah, you wanna join our, you know, join our church, I think they knew that I would automatically say no, fuck off, bitch. But it's like when Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, knock on your door. Obviously, you're always gonna say no because fuck that shit. But I just want to say, obviously, not all Japanese people are like this. Not all Japanese people are fucking scumbags like that. The one thing, honestly, how he lied to me about being interested about my ID card, because he also looked at the backside and he was like reading my address. So I don't know how much information he gave the church about me, but it's like, holy shit. I really hope that I'm not like signed up to a religion here in Japan, because I didn't sign anything. Definitely, without a doubt, the worst experience that I have had in Japan, and I have met a fucking drug dealer, okay? And that wasn't nearly as bad as this one. So yeah, stay safe out there, I guess. Yeah, but don't worry. Yeah, most people like are super nice. They won't ever try to scam you or anything like that. Some people will even give you free things. Like one time, me and my friend, we were walking home from school, and this old guy, he just gave us free fruit. He just gave us both like 2 mandarin oranges. Japan is full of super nice people, but obviously, just like any country, also full of really bad people. Okay, like people who are rude to you, or who have prejudice towards you because you're a foreigner. But most of my encounters here have been really nice. So yeah, that's that. That's, I think, the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're, you know, oh, the code word for today's video, you know, so as always, type a nice comment, and then at the end of your comment, say maybe, what? Shrine. We've seen a lot of shrines today. This is not a shrine, by the way, but I guess type the word shrine. That's the code word. If you have seen the video till the very end, type a nice comment with the word shrine at the end of the comment. All right, that's it for me, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.